55 years ago, a squat Texan with a motor mouth, dancing feet, and a homemade swing arrived at Oak Hill largely unknown. He walked out with a U.S. Open trophy, and soon it would be the Big Three and Lee, along with Billy C. Lee Trevino would go on to win 5 more majors and earn a reputation as one of the greatest ball strikers of all time for a period. Jack Nicklaus's toughest rival. You see the Golden Bear right there. He gave it a good go that year. Trevino had an 18-year-old local caddy that week and the support of a local family, the Kirchers. John Kircher was 9 years old when Lee Trevino stayed at your house. And John joins us now. You got the Trevino hat
this
from
is
way
an
back
original
in the day.
hat before Lee had any sponsors, the old sombrero hat.
Good. Thank you for being with us. I have to say, John is a local legend and a great player in his own right. Won the prestigious Monroe Invitational not far from here in Rochester. That was 1985. Also played a couple of U.S. amateurs. So John could go. So let's go back to 1968. How did Trevino end up at the Kircher house?
So a business associate of my father's called him and said he knew of this young player. He wanted to save a motel bill and needed a place to stay. He qualified for the Open. Lee had finished, a lot of people don't remember this, but he finished 6th at Baltusrol the year before in '67. So he came to the house, and my father went and picked him up at the airport on a Sunday afternoon. Lee didn't rent a car or anything. Picked him up at the airport, took him out to Oak Hill. I can't remember if they played 9, so it was in the afternoon, I think. I think they might have played 9 holes.
But your dad got a sense that this guy could play.
Well, he knew his history, and he followed him around the 9th hole. So then they got back to the house, and my father was a fairly stern guy. He was more like
military. He was a military guy, your dad.
Yeah, he was in the Army. He was a drill instructor in the Army, then he was the military police, then he was a state trooper. But anyway, he reminded you more of John Wayne than Ward Cleaver. Lee
wants to go out the first night. He wants to take Dad's car and go to a local bar. What'd your dad say?
We had so at my house back then, at 6 o'clock, the 5 kids would be at the dinner table, and if you weren't there, there was a whipping. That was the way my father was. But anyway, Lee went up to take a shower, and my parents were talking, and my father never raised his voice to my mother. I never saw it. And my mother said, "Paul, this seems like a nice young man. He's a guest in our house. Treat him like a guest." And my father barked back at her and said, "Listen, you just cook the food. Make sure it's healthy food. I'll take care of him." And my sister turned to me at the table and said, "Oh boy, that guy upstairs in deep trouble." But anyway, we sat down, had dinner, and then Lee said, I'm going out to this place called the Orange Monkey, and it was a little beer joint out, and I don't know if it's still here anymore. Anyway, my father said, "You're not going anywhere. We're going to go out on the 2nd hole, and we're going to hit some sand shots and some bunker shots." And Lee said, "Well, I got these guys that I got to meet there. I need to borrow your car." And my father, "You didn't hear me. We're going out on the 2nd hole, and we're gonna chip and putt and hit some bunker shots." And my sister turned to me and said, "Here we go." And
What was Lee like with the kids through the week?
The first part of the week, my little sister Susan, who Lee ended up falling in love with, the middle one, right in his arms.
Yeah.
She was petrified of him, and she cried, and she had never seen. He was bigger than life. He was like a movie star even back then, and she was petrified. So Lee showed up as a guest, and he left his family. He was family.
He wanted your dad to be his manager. He left with so much respect after having won. Your dad, with a little tough love through the week. Were they lifelong friends then?
When we were Monday morning, I think we drove him to the airport. I was in the car, my mother, my sister, and Lee asked my father at that time. That's one of the few things I really remember vividly. He asked my father if he would go on the road, be his manager. Of course, my father had 5 kids at the time and business, and he couldn't do it.
But on your dad's 70th, what happened?
He flew in.
Trevino flew in.
He called me ahead of time and said he'll be there. He wanted to make sure it was a surprise, and we were supposed to have dinner at my father's house, and I was obviously late because I was picking up Lee, and my father, the story I heard that it was not going to be pretty when I got home late. He thought I was out drinking beer or something. And I walked in with Lee, and my father looked up at him, and he said, what are you doing here? And he said, I wouldn't miss my best friend's 70th birthday party. Yeah.
Yeah, so 68's not the story of just one great man. It's really the story of two.
Well, I
Your
think my father
sort of,
had a big, in fact, the press tent was right up here, and they were, this is unbelievable. I was out there, it was probably Thursday or Friday. Nobody knew Trevino. He wasn't going to be in the press tent at a tournament. And my father went up to the press tent with him. And my sister and I, my older sister, we sat down below it, right on the lawn up here. And they were going to give Trevino a beer, I guess. Here we see our father taking a beer and pouring it over the balcony. He wouldn't let Trevino have any beer.
Your dad, who passed, 10 years ago, seems to me he approached it like Burgess Meredith getting Rocky Balboa.
That's Apollo.
ready for the big fight with Apollo Creed. And in 68, Jack Nicklaus was Apollo Creed. You're going to eat lightning, Rock. This is great. John, thank you. Enjoy the week. I know it's special for you and your entire family.
I will.
We appreciate it. John Kircher, just a lad, and now an accomplished senior amateur player, just a lad, when Lee Trevino stayed at his house not far from here, and under the stern stewardship of Paul Kircher, went on to win the United States Open right here at Oak Hill.
There I am, Rich.
Good-looking kid.